Hey guys, it's me, it's Constance with Charming Custom Crafts, and for my Facebookers, I made a promise that I would do this video today. I have lots of goodies coming, but again, if there's a gap between videos, it's because other people are sharing on my Facebook page. I personally have a couple months worth of stuff now stocked up, but I don't like to overwhelm you guys because every time I overwhelm here on YouTube, I lose people. But that's not normal for me to overwhelm. It's just if I get backlogged. If you could see, my table's actually clean. My mat's drying. This is actually clean because I work pretty hard. And I have a desk too. So I use my, believe it or not, it's for my gunky stuff. I'm sitting here trying to get a piece of tape off. It's driving me crazy. So for my share for the 18th, goes back to my husband's birthday, which was June 3rd, or as he's known as Mr. Charming. But one of the things that I did for him, and you'll see the rest of the stuff coming, I took him putt-putting, and honestly, I kind of let him really kick my ass, because he usually kicks my ass anyway, but I played purposely at the beginning of the game really badly. And I could say that because I know he's not going to watch this video. I hope not. Sorry, honey. No, but I played bad anyway, but I purposely played really bad the first couple rounds. Not so much the first rounds, like the one time where she said, "Hi, Justin." Justin. Who's Justin? I took a putt-putting, and we had a little fun. And I kept telling him, I said, I feel a hole-in-one today. Well, you know, hey, you know, what's the chances of that? Well, my husband, Mr. Charming, got a hole-in-one on number 13. Now, 13 is a significant number to us. Hi, Justin. It is a lucky number to us. So I was kind of laughing that he hit 13 on his birthday. And then I thought, okay, he's kicking my ass too much. So I thought, okay, I better try to play better. So for some odd reason, the last hole seems to be my hole. If I get a hole-in-one, it's always the last one, which is generally the hardest one. Don't know why, if it's just because it's a challenge to me. And you guys know when somebody challenges me, I try to overcome it and jump over that hurdle. So in that case, and in that words, here is the layout I did for my husband. Now, if you're again on Facebook, you would have seen the picture. You did not probably see all the details. You guys do know that I have a Brother Scan and Cut 2. It is the most amazing machine. I've had a Cricut and Silhouette, and I love this thing. I don't even though I have Wi-Fi on it to connect to my computer, I don't even use that. I just, if you're seriously into all that, but at the same time, everything on here except the basic rectangular cuts was made on my Brother Scan and Cut. All from a printer and keeping a picture of my, because I have wireless on, obviously, my, I have Wi-Fi on my iPad. But I also have wireless Wi-Fi on my printer over there. It's Canon, because it's either Brother or Canon. So I printed it off, scanned it in, and you guys can adjust it and everything on the machine. I do have videos on it. I need to go back to the videos. And this could be a pure example of some of the things that I could teach that I have not yet taught. So, I'm going to show you the pictures first. So, I put up here the scorecard, and birthday boy scored hole-in-one on 13, kicked my butt, and then I got a hole-in-one on 18. So, here is the waterfall, and there's a significance to that when I show you the bottom. A lot of you guys on Facebook may not have caught this. This is the reason why I say you're going to watch the video. There's a waterfall. In that waterfall is this beautiful little whale. It is the scenery, it's probably the prettiest piece area there. And of course I thought he was number one because it's his birthday. And then of course him teeing off at one of my other favorite areas, which I believe is down behind here or on the other side. I don't remember. And then again, this was his first hole. Justin playing around. And this, I believe, is a hole he actually got. No, it is the hole. This is the hole he got a hole-in-one on. They got a big mouth, I'm telling you. So down here, you're going to see that I actually took this image, and I'm going to show you this. I kept all these pictures so that I could show you. I have already posted them on Facebook. I will try to put them behind here, but you can easily find them. I have to separate them because I have some shares coming up that you guys are going to love. And I can't show you yet, so if you're wondering what I'm fiddling through, it's those papers. And I've done a lot of them. The flowers, of course, as you can see, pretty much are already on there. So this is the image that I scanned in. Pretty easy. You want to have the dark edges, and if not, use a pencil that connects the edges, just so that the machine recognizes the different variants of color. But this is already black, it'll catch it. And of course, you can see that right there. And then I just used the number 1 and the number sign from the machine. And then this one's kind of cool. You can see that's the hole-in-one down here. Now I cut it several times so that I could get the green and black there, and then I cut the yellow out. I just fussy cutted that because I didn't feel like going through the machine. Now that's that one. Okay, I've showed you. I'm sorry, I cleaned off my table, but I got things piled over. So you guys have seen these two. You've seen those 3. Oh, here you go. Here's this one. I didn't show you that. Now this one I cut twice. Once in white and once in black. I used the black as the back layering, and I just trimmed a little bit around the seat, and I cut off the white part on the steering wheel, and then I used the 2 different black and whites for the wheels, because if you can see, they're not connected. And then I just put some flat back metallic metal like pearls, but they've got like diamond edges. So if you can see that, it's shiny. So I gave a little bit of a hubcap. Again, I'm trying to hide stuff because I have more projects coming. These 2 are fine. I had a little fun with these. Got more coming. Now, I used the putter, to cut an extra putter here in silver, metallic silver, if you can see it. It's got stars on it. It's also with the L. I didn't end up using the circle on this one, but I did use this, and then all I did was trim it off here to give a good, I forgot what that thing's called. I'm going to call it thumbtack for now, but I know it's not thumbtack. I know what it is, and I can't think of it. But technically in Putt Putt they don't have it. But hey, what the hell. These 2 were easy. This one I scanned in, and all I did was, and see the interesting thing about this, you can get something different than nobody else has. If it's not a clear-cut line, and it's kind of blurred a little bit, let me show you what it does. It actually gives it kind of an edge, like a fuzzy edge on that, so it's a little more cool when it looks like more a little customized there. And then of course here's the golf. Now this is exactly what I printed out, and I focused in on this one. I reduced it down to scan and for me to pick out what I wanted. Now I did not use this golf ball. I actually made my own, and then I did use the hockey, because it does remind me of hockey stick. The putter on this side. Now to me it doesn't matter whether it's one way or the other, because it's still the way it is. But I did cut out a 2-inch circle, and I'm going to show you, and again the picture doesn't show anything. If you look, I used the bubble embossing folder. Now here's the thing, I didn't want to take my electric machine out, so for those who don't have one, here's a trick that you can use. If you make cookies or pie crust or bread, you probably have a rolling pin. For me, just to do this smaller piece, I just took the rolling pin over, and then I smoothed a little bit of the edges because of the fact that, you know, I wanted to give it dimension. Like, this is more smooth, but I used the negative side rather than the positive side, because positive would look a little weird, because dimples on a golf ball, as you know, are negative. But, you know, they're raised more in some areas. Now, all the flowers, all the palm trees were previously cut with the machine, and images that I have already done. And the cool thing about it is I take some of the trees and I flip them upside down into some of that. Now, I said one of the things I wanted you guys to check out, and of course it just says June 3rd, 2017. Had a great time. We enjoyed it very much. When I said to look at the waterfall, there was a reason. I actually built a waterfall here, and if you can see, the water's coming down. It's the way I did the paper. Look how cool, the water's coming down. Isn't that cool? It's a metallic aqua blue with the waves. I know. I told you guys have to look. When I do certain things, there's a reason. I ended up putting some clouds in, and if you see, I did put a little of glitter glue in it, and the reason why I did that is because the sun's directly coming this way. So I wanted it to be a little glare, a little highlight. on the clouds atop of the, not that there is that in Putt Putt, but it'd be fun. Actually, they do have a drive range, so they do actually have 2 there. And then the batting cages, which of all things there, I can kick his ass on. I can hit the 90 plus 100 mile balls, only because I used to play. Hurts my hand, but you know, when you're playing an actual game, there's only so many you do. It's not like you do them constantly in a row. So anyway, I can kick butt at that. I challenge just about anybody out there. I said just about. Now I'm pretty good at it. I'm not saying no professional, though they might be impressed with me. So there is my Putt Putt Golf layout for my husband. And again, the ones that I scanned in directly for this one is the golf, the Putt Putt, spike. It's a T. Hello, I got it. It's not a tack, it's a T. See, I told you that's on top of my head. Another putter, another cart. Now, these are literally, they are communities like this. If I would have bought the house I wanted where my kids started school at, I'd have been able to let the kids take golf carts to school. It's crazy funny. There's so many golf courses around Tampa Bay. More on Pinellas County that here in Hillsborough. There is quite a bit here, though. But here are the images that I used. So I could have dimensionalized that a little bit, but I really didn't want to because it's the trophy, and I already had where it's if you can see, it's got the stars. So it's already got a pattern to it. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 that you could directly see on here, and then other ones like the flowers and the trees and the palm trees. I did prior to the before, as well as the clouds. So it's a matter, this machine, I cannot say enough, and I'm not an advertisement for it. I don't get paid for it. I love this machine. And at the bottom, you can clearly see what you can do just by printing off a picture. Scanning it in, and you know, like I said, I have the Wi-Fi on mine to where I can actually download, it's not JPEG. SVGs. And I can transfer it over by a stick, or I could just transfer it over. But you know what, to be honest, come on now. I did that with just my iPad and Google and my printer. Not too shabby. So I'm pretty impressed with it. I do hope you like it. Thanks, guys.